me get better. Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome into September 19th, 2025 at 10:45 p.m., a little late by a mere milliseconds. Bluey Soft says hello. Brian Lightfoot was in chat. Darren Gilholm was there. I need an audio check off of the YouTube, please. I know it's good on Zoom. And I apologize, the camera's not 100% where I want it, but it's better. I have it literally at my eye level, sitting on my desk in between two monitors, but I can see all three of the monitors I need to see. And once I make some adjustments later this afternoon, there was a slight echo. Okay, I thought there would be because I'm actually monitoring it myself. And let's check to see if there's any echo now, please. Brian, if you would. And I'll just say a few words. And now a few words from our sponsor. Does this guy know what he's doing? Is he slightly confused? Okay, cool. So I'm going to show you something that I discovered this morning. Um, I do have a little bit of an issue with checking my analytics every day. Now I do hear myself in here because someone's playing it on YouTube and Zoom, and that should not be causing the echo. But if there's still an echo, then I'll jump to Zoom real quick and see because it's still on Zoom. So this morning I'm checking my analytics, and one of the most interesting things I came across is now I need to figure out something real quick because when I close down the studio like that, I can't see. Discovered a dead body in the refrigerator. Not quite that bad, but what if I told you if it, well, first of all, did anybody bother to read the title and any part of the description? Anybody? Just anyone? I'll wait. I'll cue the Jeopardy music and I'll wait. I think Bluey Soft says he did. Okay, I had to move this because of what I want to do. So okay. Yeah, we all know I was rushed. I had to push it back 15 minutes because I had one of my uh, subscribers say something. No, my hair is combed, John, but my hair looks atrocious. So that's why I have the hat. I will continue to wear the hat every time unless I lose all my hair, at which time I will not wear a hat. Then I'll join the bald club. All right. Now, yeah, I don't know what's going on with that razor. I tried, it just didn't work. Now, the title should be right, Friday, but that wasn't what I was pointing out. I came here for the recap. Okay, so, um, all right, let's move on. Let's get the studio. Well, first of all, let's pop chat out so I can read it. And then now let's move the studio over here. Chat will remain over here. I can make it. Yes, 155 years ago, back when I was just a little bitty thing, this all started. So let's start with that one, which I believe is this one right here. So I checked my analytics and I had an issue with one last night that it said stream will begin processing within 24 hours. This is the only one I have right now, which is this one right here. Now, I didn't start any whiz bang gizmos so that I could underline these things. I'm just going to use my mouse. First thing that caught my eye is this live stream recording is not available. Well, let me make sure I didn't. Nope, it's public. It is 100% public. The second thing and after that caught my eye was Kids Live 2025 live Stouts live broadcast. No views. No views. That doesn't matter. What does matter is I streamed this 55 years ago when I was 11 years old. I was so far ahead of myself when I was 11 that it's amazing. 1960. Everybody thinks YouTube is about 20 or some years old. It's not. It's 55 years old because I did a live stream 55 years ago. Amazing, isn't it? I know it's not accurate. I also know it's because it's from Prism. And that leads me to wonder a comment I made last night on the Zoom homies chat about Ghetto. Josh Kinder said he's going to move over to Prism, not Prison, Prism uh, live studio and do his broadcast from there. It's slightly easier. However, if they're not going to get the time right and you're not going to get any watch hours and you're not going to get any views and you're not, unless you're just doing this because you're bored and have nothing better to do. Oh, wait, I kind of fall into that category. Anyway, I would not recommend this, but I'm still going to follow up. I'm going to do at least one live stream a day from Prism. Today's is right now, this one's not, just to see if YouTube will recognize it and you get the views and you get the watch hours and all that other good stuff. So let me make chat full screen so I can almost see it. Thursday, no, I changed that. My hair is good. Been there, done that. 155 years ago. Yeah, no, this is my analytics. This is it. So if we bring over another one, and I don't have these in order, so I may have to redo these. This was one that got 3 views, but it actually was done from Prism. 3 views, 0 time. I want to say it was about 5 minutes in length, and that's fine. Okay. Which leads me to, yeah, I can go down so many rabbit paths on this Prism thing that it's really not funny. I could give Doug Betts a run for his money on this. And then the other one that I was wanting to discuss is this one right here. So this one right here, 23 views, streamed 23 hours ago. Ironic, isn't it? On Prism live stream. So I think YouTube does pick it up, but for whatever the reason, it did not pick this one right here up because this one says no views 55 years ago, whereas this one says, and this one's accurate, that's about the time I did it. This one says some views and 23 hours ago. Now I'm all caught up, I do believe, and we can check that. Let me actually go open up a browser here in a new tab. I have no idea where it's going to open. Oh, there it is. Bring it over here. Go to YouTube. And I cannot even see chat right now because somehow it got hidden. Go to the studio. OBS is hidden. The chat's hidden. Zoom's hidden. Probably I'm hidden. I just don't realize it. So, studio. Let's look at this real quick. You and video. Yeah, I did, baby. I thought Al Gore had did it. Yes, I'm Al Gore. I invented. Now, I don't know the guys that didn't, but those watch hours won't count for valid watch hours. Well, right now they don't count for anything. So let's go. First thing I do every morning is I check my analytics because, oh wow, there we go. I'm curious. I really care about this. In full disclosure, I'm fully transparent on this. This is now down to $104. It was 113 point something on Monday. I had good hopes about this being a decent month. I don't know if this is accurate or not. I won't know. If this drops below 100, then I don't meet the threshold. Now, I've been told this is because this is on a sliding scale like everything else in YouTube. So I glance at this every morning. Then I go into content and I go into live videos. I don't do any video or I don't upload that much and I don't do that many shorts. And I just glance through here and I see one that has no information. Processing will begin shortly. Well, now it's processing will begin shortly. So before I go and actually delete it, I'm going to give it till about 10 o'clock tonight to see what happens. If it's not processed by 10 o'clock tonight, I'm just going to go in there and delete it and be done with it. Everything else is finally done. There's the short one there. There's the one that was an hour there. Last night's or yesterday morning, oh no, last night's live stream. And this is the current one right now that shows I have 6 views and no comments. I have no idea because I can't see the studio. If I could bring the studio over, well, I can't see the studio if I actually go remember where I put it. So this is a daily routine with me. And then every day I do the same thing every day. I take a screenshot of my analytics only so that I can have the watch hours. And then if this doesn't go up, and it did go up, and I can show you that if I come in here to here, and then I believe this is last night's end of stream. Yes, this is my stream that after last night. So you can see right there, it was $105.21 at roughly 10:30 last night. It's already dropped to $104 and whatever it is. I had 196 watch hours, and they went up to 200. So I do believe that's working the way that it should, because um, is it this one? I may have done it backwards. I've been trying to get into a pattern. No, that's Wednesdays. So maybe I didn't get last night's. I did have some technical difficulties last night. Um, I know it wasn't that one. I'm trying to take the studio first, which I do this as soon as, look, 227, I'm down to 200. So I've lost 27 and a half hours. Allegedly, that's on the rolling out deal. I don't know. And I'm almost to the point I don't care. I'm going to look at chat, and then I'm going to end this and go figure my camera issue out, because I do have a camera issue. 155 years. Whoa. Yeah, it says, I said the same thing, Blue Soft. It said 55 years ago. I don't, yeah, blame prison. Of course. Well, either that, Alex, or Ghetto. Yeah. So I'm all caught up with chat. Came in here reading the notification. Well, if I legitimately began YouTube or live streaming when I was 11 years old, I would be talented beyond my wildest dreams. At 11, I was in the beginnings of becoming a legitimate basketball phenom, and I did okay. So with that, I don't know who's here because I can't see the studio. It's here somewhere on one of these 15 monitors that I have. Here we go. I found it. Little couple clicks finds it for me. So right now it shows there's 5 concurrent, meaning 5 people have been here at one time, but I have 6 views. Oh no, I have 6 people that have been here and 5 of them have stuck around, to which I thank you guys very, very much for doing that. I do appreciate your help. I know Zoom is here, but they're not participating in this because I have the little camera over here somewhere. Why is my camera not? There we go. I have the little camera right here for me, working on that as well. See you guys tonight. There will be one more 5 to 10 minute live stream from Prism coming up here shortly. Sometime, hopefully between now and Rick Lakes goes live at 3 my time, or very shortly there after Rick goes live at his time. I've been here for 55 years. Oh, good point, Brian. All right, very good point. I want to point something out, and there's some discussion on this, but this is chat. This is live chat while it's going on. If someone comes in here and says, "Hello, I take cash and cold cash only," that's going to appear up in the chat. Now we're going to go. Oh, I can't do that because I'm in the studio. So we're going to go find another tab here. We're going to open YouTube. No, actually, I should. Yeah, I can do it this way. This is a better way to do it anyway. We're going to go to my channel right here, and we're going to look at. This is currently live. If I click on that, you're going to see the exact same thing we've been seeing, I think. So let's open that up. I'm big about opening stuff in a new link. I got weird reasons for doing that. And there it is. That's what it looks like. So that looks okay. Now we're going to go back over to here. We're going to go down here and look at, I think I think it was a live stream. And I think the video in question might have been on Wednesday. So we're going to open this up. I can do this here. Show chat replay. We'll show the chat replay. I have it set to where it'll show the chat replay. However, what I wanted to point out, this is chat. Down underneath the video is comments. This is where comments go in. After the video has been goes dead, basically. You stop the video. It's no longer live broadcasting. It goes into processing and it goes to what they call video on demand, VOD. Then you can put a comment in here. And I check my comments twice a day, once in the morning and once at night. I don't always respond to them in the morning, but I will respond to them in the evening. And the reason for that is if I don't have but one or two comments, I'll just catch it when I do the evening. Oh, look, there's two of me. Now there's three of me. Is there going to be any more? Now there's four of me. Oh, this could be a nightmare. John Downey, I remember a friend of mine in grade school, 69, had a radio transmitter broadcaster to show and a show to the neighbors. Yeah, I wasn't even truly an athlete. I was obviously growing up at 11. I had no aspirations or any thoughts or any crazy thing like that. It'd been nice to have invented YouTube slash the internet slash everything else when I was 11 years old. But sadly and unfortunately, I didn't. And by the way, John, thank you for being here. I really appreciate seeing you here, as well as Brian and John and Bluey Soft. Well, if anybody's got any questions and want anything clear, here we go. I agree with what you're saying. I seem to remember that I was able to enter a comment before. Yes, you can. You certainly can, Brian. No, it's not a senior moment. If I can get back far enough. So Brian commented at 12:25. I could schedule my I could learn to talk. I could schedule my 10 o'clock live stream in 10 minutes, and you can start commenting in 11 minutes. And you can comment all the way up to 9:59, and they will be there, I believe. After 10 o'clock, once they go live, just like everything else with YouTube, it seems to scroll. So the chat will scroll as well, and the comments at the top will go away. Allegedly, supposedly, you can always go back 100% in OBS. I'm not 100% sure about that. And to be quite honest, I've never tested it. My first computer was a slide rule I got in 1972. You know, oddly enough, I never could grasp how slide rules work. I mean, basketball. You remember Cheech and Chong Basketball Jones? That was me. I mean, it's a well-known. Wow, he remembers the teacher's name. Cool. Unless there's a specific type of chemistry, and I'm not sure which. It was that magic moment when the stream officially started. But yeah, oh, exactly, Ryan. I've done it. Doug's done it. Other creators have done it where you. I almost moved it back to 1 o'clock because I was having the camera issue. I didn't want the camera up above me on the TV that's way up here. I couldn't make it look right on this one over here. I was probably this much short of where it needed to be positioned. It's not 100% right now, but it's so much better. I can just add a slight movement of my head, slight movement of my eyes. Oh yes, Thank you, Brian. I'm glad you reminded me. I do appreciate that. My good friend and buddy out of one of them sea towns out in California. Maybe it's just in California. I don't know. He didn't know this until last night, and I brought it to his attention. There's this new thing on Windows 11, brand spanking new, been out about 2 weeks now. It's called File Explorer. When you click on your File Explorer, you get everything that's going on your computer, except mine doesn't have the lines. Now, I don't know if I have that on my Davinci machine or not. I do have lines on my Davinci machine. That tells me, possibly, maybe, that because this was an update from Windows 10 to Windows 11, I don't have these little lines up here. Now, my lines up here, line number one is right underneath gallery. It says home gallery, and then there's a line that goes across here. Then it goes all the way down to my last pinned item, which in this case is September. Let's just pretend it's right there. And then there's a line. Then everything else falls underneath it. But what I wanted to point out was I used to do this kind of the long way, take the long way home by Supertramp. I would come down here to this PC, shows me everything I need to see. Then I would go find the word downloads. Then I would go there because I do a lot of downloading, and then I move it over to the Davinci machine. Probably 98% of what I download is for Davinci. The other 2% is just stuff I may or may not going to use later on. But it was pointed out to me about 3 nights ago that why are you doing it that way? Just click here and you have everything you need. And at that time, I had like 3 or 4 that were there that I honestly don't remember how they got there. I have 1, 2, 3, 4 right now on my Davinci machine, and I know I put 1. I did put 1. I tested out doing it, and it's pretty simple actually. If I wanted to put my pictures over here, you right click, pin to access, and it's there. Now to get it gone, you right click and unpin from access like that. And I tease Brian about it, and I'm poking fun at myself as well. I did not honestly know that. I have been doing it this way for years. Now I like doing it this way as well because if I want to go look at my data storage drive, which is G, and I click on that, and there's my data storage drive. It's just family photos, some emojis, but mostly movies and TVs, shows, and some Zoom backgrounds. All right, let's wrap it up. I've been here, looks like about, too long now. Anybody test StreamerBot out by chance? I do have, oh gosh, where did that go? Did I just delete that? There, nope. What the heck? It's right there. Why isn't it coming in? Oh, well, another one of my fabulous moments where I can't find anything. They are so far and few between. Every 10 minutes. Um, I thought you hovered over it and clicked it. There we go. Go look at chat, and then I'll get out of here. It was a magic moment. Yep. Well, Long Dog shows up, obviously late again. You showed up again in my YouTube listing. I think it's great. Well, apparently either A, it didn't show up on time, or B, you didn't check it on time, or C, it's okay. As long as you're here and give me support, which really sounds horrible, but I do appreciate it. Thank you, Long Dog. I think there's one more setting in that side view that is to show subfolders. I don't know. There's other new things such as a moving picture. Oh, yes, there are. Yes, there are. Um, I'm debating on getting rid of Nightbot. I really don't see the need for Nightbot. It's just like a nuisance and a distraction to me. Now, if I could get it to do what I want it to do, and supposedly I can, if I could get Nightbot to say, check out this channel, Jazz J at, and then maybe not read the YouTube address, but just say, check out this channel at YouTube, Jazz J, and then post that in there. I also would like to be able to change the color of people's names. It's just me. Doesn't mean anything. I would like, let's say, for example, Nightbox says, check out this channel at Princess Cam. Well, I'd like at Princess Cam to be orange or green or blue or something that catches your eye. And then if it speaks, then that would be even better. But that's just, 55 years ago, I should have thought about things like this. I probably could have had that developed by now. Oh, bad boy, Dougie, bad boy. All right, guys, I want to wrap this up because I do want to do one more, and I want to try to get it in before Rick goes live and go from there. If you do not like not that that's for Rich that I'm on it. Jew. Charlie, hello Charlie. Good to see Charlie. Always enjoy seeing people show up that are kind of repetitive, which is actually very nice and means a lot to me. If you like Nightbot, leave me a comment in the comments or put it in chat either way. I'll see both. If you like the Streamer Bot, which no one has checked out to see if it works, um, let's go exclamation and let's try. Okay, now I know Speaker Bot will not work because it's not on. You do not like Greg. Yeah, I was wondering. I was wondering. All right, let's try this. I am curious now. So there is no Zoom, which is interesting as to why there's no Zoom. There should be Zoom. Why is there no Zoom? Bill, why is there no Zoom? Doggone it. I put you in charge of that, didn't I? Wait, maybe I put a Ghetto in charge of that. I don't know. So now we got Zoom. Now, if someone were to go in there and do an exclamation K, by the way, I volunteer myself, I think that'll work. I think it's not tied to the other scene with the other sources. And believe me, you, when I tell you, I'm not going to take the time to figure out how to do it. I don't think Mike is cutting out. Maybe I'm using the earbuds. I don't know if it is or not. Brian is saying the mic is cutting out. Is anyone else having audio troubles on YouTube? Because I am using these right here. Greg got up and it's barely past 1. Good job, Greg. All right. I can't run the outro. Or can I run the outro? Yes, the mic is cutting out. I'm not sure why. So I got 2 cut out and 1 no. Cut out for 3 to 5. Oh, yeah. I know. It should have. It should have cut out. You know why? Well, you know what? Should have cut out, though. Let me know if the mic cuts out. 3, 2, 1. Now, do I have a microphone? If I have a microphone, put some odd, weird number and let me know. Odd, weird. I don't care. Odd, weird number. I'm still curious as to whether I'm being heard on Zoom or not. Now, there should be audio coming across here. Honestly, I should still have audio. Honestly, I do have audio. Now, it may have went away in between the scenes, but I should still have audio because this audio is hopefully. Come in. And I thought I heard someone knock on the door. This audio is permanently set to my headset. I use them every night. So let's get out of here. I know I've been saying that now for exactly 6 minutes. Come back over here to this one. Audio should briefly go away. Audio should be back. I like the better. I like the. I think it's 3.1. I don't know what pi is. I mean, I really don't. Thank you guys for being here. There is no there is no what you call it because I don't think it's connected. I'm gonna hit the stream bot and see. You know, looking back on my childhood, when I turned 11, I thought, why don't I invent something to make us even more lazier than we're going to be in Brian is absolutely correct. There was no audio. Because why wasn't there no audio? I'm not going to deal with this while I'm live. I need to get off here and do the other stream. Thank you guys. Um, let's look for this about between 1:30 and 2:30 for the next one. That gives me plenty of time to screw things up. Bye, guys. I don't know if this is working or not. Is this picking up my hand? Oh yeah, wait. Let's put my hand way over here. Does my hand go way over here? That's bad. There we go. Oh, look. Get out of here.